looking out of the window onto the platform of the station here at Sheik, and just the train will be leaving in approximately 4 or 5 minutes. So this will be the beginning of our journey.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Mel's Blind Life, the YouTube channel all about blindness. And you're correct, this is not Mel. This is actually Mel's mum, Kate, much older than Mel. Not quite as good looking, but that's okay. And my guide dog Sheik. Sheik and I today are going to talk to you a little bit about how Sheik loves travelling by train. And specifically, we are on the inaugural journey of Journey Beyond's Great Southern that runs from Adelaide to Brisbane and return.
Out of the window onto the platform of the station here at Sheik, and just the train will be leaving in approximately 4 or 5 minutes. So this will be the beginning of our journey.
Good morning everyone. So what I'm going to do is just to tell you a little bit about how I travel with my guide dog on a long haul train. So this long haul train is actually quite comfortable because it has sleepers, and because it has plenty of space. You've also got the option of going down to a club car, or they call it the Outback Lounge. So you have the option of going down to the lounge and sitting out of your cabin and talking to other people. Plus you also have the opportunity to go and dine in a proper dining room. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of start from entering our cabin. So we'll go out here, and out here is the passageway that comes from the entrance into the train, and there's a conductor's cabin just here, where we can get drinks of water and coffee and things like that. And this is the way out of the train to getting outside. So what I'd like to do now is to show you a little bit about our particular cabin. And what we chose to do this time is to actually ask for what's called the accessible cabin. So the good thing about the accessible cabin is that it's a lot bigger than a standard cabin. So when you come into our cabin out of the passageway here, the door is actually on an angle and it's wide enough for a wheelchair. So as you come in, you see that there's quite a lot of space here. There's quite a lot of room in the centre of the cabin. We've got a chair here, which when you use the handle on it here becomes a bed at night. And then over here again we have another chair that when you use the handle it becomes a bed. You've noticed that here in the corner laying on the floor is Sheiki. So what I've done to help Sheiki along is I've brought a mat for him. So when the bed goes down, his mat will actually be under the bed. This table that's here, it will fold down at night so that that can be put out of the way. This table here is a rolling table, so it can be moved anywhere in the cabin. There's also a wardrobe here that I've managed to get our things to go, cases to go in, so we've got no cases and things hanging around the floor. We've got music, so they have several channels. Here's a controller for the music, and then we have all the light switches and things like that. So the other part of this cabin is the bathroom. Now, because this is an accessible cabin, this does have a rather large bathroom. So you can see we have the toilet here on our right. Now this handrail can go down or it can sit up, so it just depends on what a person needs. There's the shower is over in the back corner over here, with the stool already there for us, handrails everywhere, and also the basin is here. You'll notice that on the floor under the basin is a bowl which we use for Sheik. So that bowl is a collapsible bowl, so that when we get off the train, or if we want to take the Sheik somewhere and take water for him, that bowl just lays flat and lies in my bag, and it's easy enough to take a bowl for him with water. So to prepare for bringing Sheik, as I said, we needed the bowl, we needed his mat. I've also brought about 11 days worth of meals, so that I can not run short, because we're going to be away for 10 days. I thought the best option would be to bring him 10 days worth of meals, so that he can be fed, and if there's anything that goes wrong, then we'll be able to have a little bit of leeway if something happens and we can't get home on time. So I always try to take at least 1 or 2 extra meals with me. What else I have brought with me for him is, of course, his toilet bags and toilet harness, and I've also bought his shoes, because I don't know, some of the areas that we're going to are outdoor areas such as beaches and slightly rough terrain. So I've bought his shoes to put on him just in case he needs to be protected from bindies and rocks and all that sort of thing. So they're the things that I've bought for him, and that's how he will manage on the train. The thing in terms of his toileting is that for this particular journey, we are doing a lot of off-train tours, so there'll be lots of opportunities for me to toilet him myself during the off-train tours. But for times when we're not getting off the train, I have spoken to the train management and asked, for instance, this morning we don't stop until nearly 4 o'clock, which is far too long for him. He hasn't been to the toilet since 7:30. So I have asked for them to see whether it's possible for him to be taken out during the driver change at Dimboola. So hopefully they'll be able to do that for me. And then the only thing that is a bit of a disadvantage is that you can't groom the dogs, because there's nowhere to stand them, and you spread hair everywhere if you try to groom them, and we don't get enough time off the train to groom him. So unfortunately, by the time next Friday comes, he will be a little bit grotty and will need a really good brush when I get him home. but I try not to rough up his hair too much when I'm not grooming him, because that tries to keep the loose hair in his coat and hopefully not spread too much of it everywhere. But of course, when he shakes it all out and it'll be all over the place, and that's just something that myself and the people around me have to live with. So I hope I've answered some of your questions about how the dog manages on a long haul train. My suggestions are, if you can possibly travel first class or something where you can get wider gaps between the seats if you're sitting up, or if you can get an accessible cabin when you're having a sleeper, then they're the two most strong recommendations I can make for you. So thank you for watching. One other thing I wanted to talk about is the moving around the train with Sheik. So I don't try to take his harness when I move around the train. I usually try to just take him on a lead. There's a couple of reasons for that. One is that the passageways are too narrow for him to actually guide me, particularly going through doorways and things like that. And the other is that because people want to pat him all the time, so it's a bit hard to have his harness on and to stop people from patting him. So if I have his harness off and people want to pat him, then that's okay with me. And it also gives him a little bit of a relax. It stops him from being so tense, particularly when you're going through public areas where people are mostly at his level, because people are mostly sitting down, and it's just a lot easier to leave his harness off and just walk him through the train on a lead. I was talking earlier about toileting him. I've just spoken with the lady who is looking after our carriage, and we are actually going to stop at Murray Bridge very, very soon, and she's going to take him off for a toilet here at Murray Bridge. So that'll give him a bit of a breather, give him a bit of an opportunity to have a wee, and that'll mean that we can then get through till 4 o'clock without any issues. Thank you for watching. So everybody, I hope you enjoyed our video. Sheik and I certainly enjoyed bringing it to you, and we hope that you share this video with all your friends and family. If you like it, please feel free to say so, and if you have any comments, please put them in the comment section below. And please, if you check out the description, there will also be information about Journey Beyond and the beautiful train trips that they do throughout Australia. So thank you all for watching.